I was in a diving accident on July 23rd, 2005. I was there with friends from college. We just got to the beach. I ran in and dove headfirst and hit a sandbar and broke my neck. I swallowed salt water and it went in my lungs, and from that point on they put me in a medically induced coma when I was in Jersey, and then they airlifted me to Mass General. From Mass General I woke up from my coma, and then I went to Spalding and did inpatient at Spalding and outpatient at Spalding. And then I moved home, did your typical therapies. I did some intense therapies out of state, and then I actually ended up going to China for stem cells. I was over there for a month. I had to learn to redo everything, breathe, talk, everything. That obviously put a hiatus on things. My name is Derek O'Brien. I currently live in Portland, Maine. I'm from Rockport, Maine. Right now I'm a video editor for Portland Media Center, and I also sit on the board of directors for two committees, the Alpha One, which is Southern Maine Independence Living Center, and the other one is the Disability Advisory Committee and Transportation. I got my first passion for photography in high school, actually, and I continued that. They offered a photography course, and come to find out, it was one of the older photography courses. It had a dark room where you developed your own film. So it was really cool. I actually really enjoyed it, and that's kind of where it all began, really, from there. And then when my accident happened on July 23rd, I was in a coma for a couple months, and I kind of lost my passion for photography. A friend of mine from Camden found out I was into photography before my accident, went out and got me all the equipment to get me back into it, and that's where it all began, really. And it's a passion of mine. I love it. I mean, I love going out and just wandering around taking photographs. My most proud and accomplishing moment when it came to photography was I was in college, and a friend of mine who was helping me with one of my classes knew I was into photography. He did photography as well. Said, "Hey Derek, you should really think about doing a photograph a day." And I laughed at him. Oh, yeah, right, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do a photo a day. Well, 4 years later, I accomplished it. So I did a photo a day for 4 years straight, but every year I used a different camera. I used my DSLR, I used my DSLR, my iPhone, my iPad, my big iPad, and then my iPad mini. And then the last year of doing, I only used one app on my phone and never repeated a lens or film combination throughout the whole entire year. Wow. I actually made a movie, and it has all 4 years, as 2 of the 4 years, in a minute and 30 seconds. It's really fast paced. It goes to the soundtrack of The Flight of the Bumblebee, so it's like super fast paced. You could watch that video like several times, and every time you're gonna have a different photograph pop out, and you're gonna, oh yeah, I see the cereal box or something. 90% of them are just your average day things that you might not notice, but I notice. And then you got the 10% are just people or something. But yeah, most of them are just your average things you see every day. Because you gotta realize I was doing it every single day, so it's like whatever was in front of me at that moment. Yeah, I actually submitted it to Guinness World Records. I actually did some research and I found nobody had done what I did. And I paid the fee, sent my application in, nothing ever came from it. I did it again, submitted, nothing ever came from it. I'm like, one more time, and third time's I didn't hear anything. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna move on. Before my accident, I was a person, if I wanted that tree, like to look up, I'd get on the ground and be looking up at the tree. Well, now I can't do that. My perspective's changed. Not my passion for photography or anything. I love shooting, still love shooting. Find it kind of easy, comes right naturally to me. The one thing that's stayed consistent is just being able to have the eye to see the image before the image is taken. Yeah, and you just have to like think about, how am I gonna capture this? I mean, it's not gonna be the same as it used to be. I mean, at this point, I've been doing it for so long. What's normal? I don't know what normal is. I just know what I have to live with. That's it. In an ideal world, I'd have a job for like somebody doing photography. I mean, that's the ideal world.